there are many ways of writing program. So those kind of things known as paradigms. Like we have procedural, in that we break the task down into a set and sequential routine to subordinate to write the program. We have this functional, we have this logic that uses a set of predefined fact and rules to let the system infer answer automatically, and we have this object oriented. So in this video we will be understanding what is object oriented. And hello everyone, this is Rajesh. So as we know, this is going to be our 10th episode of Python beginner series, which we will be understanding one of those paradigms like OOPS, which is like object oriented programming. So in between the video we will be also writing a coding part to relate that thing to a theory, and also we will be taking lots of real world examples. So let's start with our first topic. First of all, we are going to understand what is OOPS. So OOPS means like group the data and behavior together inside the modular template called classes and objects. Let's say we are going to take one example. We have one class. Let's say you are studying in 10th class. In that class there are many objects, or you can say many things like benches, boards, student itself if it is a class. And then those are known as our objects, or you can say instances. And those instances having behavior and data. What are this behavior and data? You can say attribute and methods. Attribute means data containing related to them, and methods that the action we can take to them. Let's say in class there are 5 students and they are sitting on 5 benches. So those benches and students are objects, and the attribute will be their names, their weight, their age, their marks, their roll numbers, and the things we can do on that. Or you can say the methods will be reading, writing, studying, or sitting. These kind of things are known as attributes and methods. So this is how we can define what are attributes and what are methods, and even what are classes and what are objects instances. Let's take another example. We have this building. Let's say the structure of that building or blueprint is known as class, and the actual building itself where you can live and you can say a completed thing is known as object. Means the blueprint is class, and the completed building which you can live is known as object. So this is how we can understand both the topics, and let's come to the next one. So now we have this init and self. So this init were created while defining the class. Think of class as a blueprint for the house, and the object adds its actual house built from the blueprint. So init will be like construction worker who will be building those houses, and the self will be the current house in which the construction worker is working on. So this is how we can understand init and self. Here we have one example. We have a class called student. In that we have this init and then self. So we define this kind of data, you can say, our attribute. That name will be the name and age will be the age, which refers to the current or current instance. So let's say I'm going to create one object. How we can create an object? By using this. We have to write the name of that class like student, and then in this parenthesis we can write whatever the value we have to pass. Like first we have to pass the name and then age. So at first I have passed the Rajesh and then 20. So this will be stored in those values in current and will student created. So this is one object. If I want to create a second student, I can give student2 equal to student, any name and then age. So the second student will be created. So those are like first object, this one student, and then that student one will be the second object. And like that only we can also print the values of that object, or you can say attributes, by using this If name is there, then dot name. If age is there, then dot age. So now we are going to see our coding part in our VS Code. So let's start with code. So now I'm going to define one class called student. So always remember, the first letter of that class name will be always capital. This is a rule. And then def, I'm creating a function that like it's init. Here we are having, in that we will be having self, then name, I'm going to create one, and then comma age. After that I will be defining like self dot name equal to name. I'll replicate this one. Let's say it is age, and here also it is age. Now we can do one thing. We have created one class, and now I'm going to create student 1. This will be like, first I have to give the class name itself, and then what will be the name? Let's say Rahul. Rahul is the name, and then age is 25. I can print the name of that student1 object, like student say 1 dot name, and at the same time I can also print its age. Now once let's run this code. So we have, how can we run this code? By using this Python space our file name. Like in this case we are having ep10.py file name. I can press enter. Here the name for this student1, or you can say this object, is Rahul, and age is 25. Let's say I'm going to create a second person or second object, student2 equal to student, then name, his name will be let's say Atul, and age is 20. Now we can do the same thing for here also. I'm printing for student 2 and student 1 at the same time. Here for first person it was Rahul and age is 25, and then second is Atul and 25. So what you get to know by doing this? First we have created a class. So this is a syntax of class. First the class keyword, and then name of the class, and the first letter always should be capital. This is a rule. And inside that we have to define one init function. If you also don't define, it will automatically define. And then we have to give self and the parameters what you need, and then we have to like self.name equal to name, means self.name refers to the current instance of the object. Means if I going to create this first student, it will refers to the first student name. If I going to create the second student object, it will refers to the second student's name. So this will, and this name will be stored in it, and same for age also. If I creating the first student object, I am passing Rahul and 25. So I got this Rahul and 25. Then if I want to create a second student, so this self will first refers to this Rahul and 25 name, and at second when we are creating the second object, it will refers to this Atul and 20. It means self always refers to the current instance. Means I am going to create this one first, this one first. So it was like pointing out to this instance or object, and then I have created this second, then it was pointing on this second instance, and at the end we have printed the value. We can print by using the object name dot whatever the parameter was given. So this is how our object and classes were defined. So thank you for this class, and for next part we will be understanding encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and many topics in OOPS. So thank